I promised you a favorite series, and I am delivering on that promise. Today, I'm going to show you my top 7 household decor items that I have ever thrifted. There was a lot to choose from. It was hard to narrow it down, so I hope you enjoy seeing all of these little corners of my apartment. I hope it gives you some inspiration to thrift instead of shopping from stores where things are not as original or unique. Now, that's not to say I don't have things in my apartment that are from a store. I have a lot of stuff that's not secondhand, but I always find that the things I get secondhand stay around in my household for a lot longer. I find so much more beauty and joy in them because I looked so long to find something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna show you a bunch of stuff in my apartment that I love and show you how I've styled it, where it sits in my home, and all of that good stuff. Now, before we get into it, let me tell you, the places I find my secondhand stuff the most are Facebook Marketplace. Housing Works is a really big one that I've gotten a lot of my secondhand stuff. Unfortunately, there's no Housing Works near where I live now, but when I was living in New York City, that was the place I would be at. And then Salvation Army, I get so much secondhand stuff. Then there's some like local shops that I will browse every now and again and find something at, but mostly it really is just a lucky day at the Salvation Army. And of course, let me know in the comments what your favorite secondhand decor item that you've ever found is. I would love to see and hear about the things that you guys have thrifted. Okay. Guys, so I was just sitting in this chair here. Now I'm on the floor. You might be asking why. And the reason why is because in this little TV stand is one of my favorite thrifted things ever. Actually 2 of them, but I'm gonna group them into one because they're styled together, so it only feels right. I have this lovely skull candle that is not thrifted, but it's here, so bestie, you can wait right there. So the first thing is this beautiful gem that I found at Housing Works in, I think, Chelsea. This is William Shakespeare, The Complete Works. And it's so beautiful, it's so beautiful. So something really cool is whoever owned this before me, one, they took really great care of it because this is from 1975. But also, this person was using a Shakespeare column in the newspaper as a bookmark. What happened to this kind of creativity? Probably AI, honestly. Using a Shakespeare's Kings cutout from the newspaper as a bookmark, I just could not get over that. So I'm living. This was $6, okay? One, I mean, if you want to read this, go for it, but just as something to display, it's so beautiful. This is my Bible, honestly. And then right behind it, I style it with this guy. So this I got at the Salvation Army. When I first picked it up, I actually thought it was a lamp. Like I saw it and I thought it was a lamp. I don't know why the way it was sitting there, but it would have been great as a lamp, but it's still just great as a statue. It's just this little cheetah. It just goes really well with my aesthetic of like, obviously I have some animal print going on, but a lot of my stuff, kind of like my clothes, is black and white and or a dark green. So I feel like this kind of complements the whole vibe very well. This had to be like $6 as well. So just like the way that these two sit together is so cool to me, and they're both secondhand. And then I throw this candle on top of the book. Are you kidding me? With the gold, girl, I can't. It's amazing. That's item number 1. Next is this coffee table behind me. This coffee table here. The tenant that lived in my last apartment was leaving a lot of stuff behind because she was moving out of state and she didn't want to deal with her furniture. This was one of the things that she left behind in the apartment, and I gave her like $50 for everything that she left. There was a TV, a drawer organizer, there was a couch, which is still the couch I have. I hate this couch, and I have a black couch cover over it, but it's a work in progress. Couches are expensive and it's 2025. Have you seen what's going on? This table was another thing. She also left 2 bookshelves, which I also still have. This is the most glorious, perfect table. It's like this woman was sent to me by some divine power, because how did she leave this table for me? It's so me. It is this like rustic cream colored wood. It looks 1,000 years old, and it has a chessboard or a checker pattern on top. I guess it's originally a chess table, but she said that she didn't have the pieces anymore, which is so disappointing because I would love to see what the chess pieces for this table looked like. And my boyfriend and I play chess a lot, so this table is just perfect. It's really hard to not have a book for every single item in this video because I have so many beautiful secondhand books, and maybe that's a whole video in itself that I could do. But I just have to show this because I do leave it on this coffee table like all the time. It is this Webster's Encyclopedia. It's just truly one of my prized possessions. I think it is so beautiful. It's very similar to the Shakespeare book with the black and gold. I got this at the Salvation Army for $3, and I got it at the one in Hell's Kitchen, I believe. I just found it among the books. I always check out the book section because you can find gems like this. I also keep these coasters on this table. I'm not in love with these coasters, but I have them. These are from Urban Outfitters. And then I also have these coasters on there. These are actual tiled coasters. I see a lot of dupes for these, and they're just like plastic. These are actual grouted tiles. These are from Subtle Art, and they did a collaboration with Gold, the wellness superfood company, which one of my best friends' family owns. So I always love to support them, especially when they do collabs with other small businesses. I got these coasters. These are probably the most colorful thing in my house. And then I have this candelabra. It's vintage. I don't know where it's from. I've had this for forever and I use it a lot, so I need to replace the candles, but this also lives on this table. Now, I can't sit here and say that this table is in perfect condition. It's got cracks, the legs are wobbly, and actually the legs are like mismatched, but there's so much character to it, and you will never find anything like this at Target. You know what I mean? So this is your sign, shop vintage. Hey, I'm on the stairs. Okay, so this next piece is a very, very, very small detail, but it is one of my favorite things of all time, and this has been with me in every apartment I've ever lived in. And it's this little gargoyle guy down here. Okay, come closer. We have this little art collage going down the staircase, and it's something that I am still building, and I have a couple other pieces that are gonna fill in this space and then more of the space down here. But this is what we have for now, and I absolutely love this wall. I have some art from one of my tattoo artist friends. I have a portrait of Geo. I have some other vintage art and just stuff people have gotten me. But this guy, I have to show it to you. He's so cute. I'm taking him off the wall. Look at him, he's so cute. He's just the cutest thing ever. It's so hard to see him. Look at his little face. He's just a little guy. I don't know where he came from. I wish I knew his backstory. Actually, when I got this, it was gold, but I kind of lightly painted it black, but you can still see the gold kind of coming through, and it's just the cutest thing in the whole world. Like, I just feel like this is my good luck charm, and I love this guy so much, and he has just become a staple in my things. I would love to find more stuff like this to hang up. It has that creepy element that I love. I love always kind of introducing darker, creepier themes, and he's just perfect. He's cute, but he's a little spooky. You know, like he could have had a curse on him. I don't know, but he has become one of my besties. So he lives right on my collage wall. Look at him. Okay, come along with me as we make our journey to the next item. She's just a baby. The next item is behind me. I just want to say now, I am not religious in any way. I don't believe in God. If you do, good for you. We're not getting into all that. I just have this portrait because I think it is so cool, and I do collect a lot of vintage or just antique religious paraphernalia. I think it looks cool. And I do get that question a lot. As soon as people see the Last Supper above my breakfast table, they're like, oh, you must believe in God. I'm like, no, I just think he looks pretty cool actually. This is a really cool Last Supper painting thing that I found at the Salvation Army. It was $7 and it's such a cool piece. Yeah, this is just on this little tiny wall in front of my breakfast table. It's kind of creepy when you look up close. Like, Jesus does look a little scary, so I don't know what the intention of this piece of art was, but I thought it was cool. It's one of my favorites and I love how big it is, and I actually went into the thrift store looking for a really big piece of art for this particular wall, and this is what I found. So it's kind of in this little corner where my stairs meet the cat tower and this little area here, and then we have this room, but that's what it looks like. This is not a part of my top 7 items, but this little cat bed I recently thrifted, and let me tell you, these guys absolutely love sleeping in this bed and sunbathing in this bed. So I just wanted to show it to you. If you're curious about any of this stuff, I usually have some sort of dead flower somewhere in my house, but I dry flowers all the time and I put them into jars every time Jake gets me flowers. As you can see here, I have a couple other jars that I just finished, and I upcycle the jars as well. And then I have this little strawberry. There's nothing in here, but it's just this cute little strawberry that I got secondhand. This tray my mom got me for my birthday, and then my friends got me this espresso martini candle. And then this is my snake plant. If you guys know me, you know this space pretty well. This is my podcast studio. This is my office space. This is where a lot of my content is produced, and I have some pretty amazing things on the wall behind me. I have spent a long time collecting and sort of building out this dream studio of mine, and in my mind it has a long way to go, and potentially it'll never be complete because I'm just like that, you know what I mean? So I have this awesome piece of movie art on my wall, and I really didn't want to include too much art in this video, so these are going to be the only 2 like wall art pieces that I include because I could make a whole video on this. But this is a framed print or photograph from The Shining, and I was at the Salvation Army on 8th Ave in Chelsea. I saw this like stack of frames, and it was a bunch of different movie art. Someone must have just donated their whole collection, and I was like, oh my goodness, I really hope at least one of these is some horror film that I love, because on this wall I've got some other horror characters that I really like, and kind of my theme is very dark, and you guys know. So I was looking through the pile and I found this Shining one. It was $14 and then it was 50% off because it was Wednesday, so I got it for $7. I just love it. It is such a great talking piece. It's one of the first things people see on this wall. They first love the central Edward Scissorhands painting that Regis did, but then they see this and they're like, oh, that is so cool. I love that movie. I love just that era of horror films. It was just so cool to find this at the thrift store, already framed, already matted. Okay, welcome to my desk. So this is in that same room with the black and white collage wall. This is just where most of the magic happens. This is an area that's super important to me because I spend a lot of time here. I want it to be convenient and comfortable and somewhere that I can focus and get a lot of work done, but still enjoy the space a lot because I'm here a lot. The greatest part about it is that there is a skylight basically right next to me, so I can see the sky, I can see the birds, I can crack it open if I want some fresh air, and this room to me feels like home. This is my safe space. This is where I just love to be. There's one little detail on this desk that takes the cake for one of my favorite things I've ever owned in my life, and it's tiny but it's cute, and I've gotten so many questions on this thing, and I'm really sorry that I can't tell you any more about it because I don't know any more about it. It is something I found at a thrift store in the middle of nowhere. There's no brand on it. There's no way I've been able to trace back where this item is from. I assume it's probably from some baby or toddler's nursery, and it's now on my desk, but it's so cute. It's this little bear light. Like, look at him. He's so cute, just posted up in the corner. So this is my little bear light, lamp, night light, I don't know. But it used to have a red vest, now it has a black vest because I painted it. I love him so much. I posted this on my page before, like I said, so many people are obsessed with this light. I almost didn't buy it too, and I would regret it for the rest of my life if I didn't buy it because I love this thing so much now. It's just this little guy, like he's so cute. I feel like it just brightens up this corner of the room down. And I am planning on doing a tour of this office if that's something you're interested in. It's so curated and so special to me, so I want to make sure it's perfect before I show you guys, but I would love to show you if you want to see, so give this video a thumbs up or let me know if you would like to see a full tour of my office space. I'm back on the ground for our 7th item, and it was really hard picking out the 7th one because there were so many things I wanted to do, but I had to settle for one. Here we are at the bar cart. Mostly everything on here is vintage or secondhand, obviously in terms of the decor stuff. I've got these cool jars that I put coffee in. We use these for our espresso martinis. This little wine rack here is vintage, but the star of the show is down here on the bottom shelf. It is this. Some people have told me that this glass is radioactive. I don't know if it is. I don't really care if it is. It's 2025. At this point, there's worse things than having radioactive glass in my house. Anyways, it's a little shot set. I don't even know what to call this, but it has 6 little shot glasses and a decanter? Decanter? Is that what it's called? I don't know. And then it's on this little tray. How cute is that? That's perfect. And look at this. We have a special guest. We have a special guest. Say hi, Gigi. I love you, bubs. This is the perfect little set for parties. We have a lot of parties at our apartment. We love to bring people together. We love to make drinks and snacks and just have people together. It is the one thing that keeps me sane. It's cool, it's pretty, it's functional, it's on a little tray, so I love it. And it's one of those finds that's actually practical. And if it is radioactive, well, what can I say? I've had it for about 5 years, so it's a little too late for me to do anything about that. So that's really it. Well, you guys, we've made it to the end of the video. I hope you loved seeing these little corners of my world and the things that I love and the things that kind of spark joy for me in my home. I hope it inspires you in your home to decorate in a new way or to keep your eye out for some different things at the thrift store. Let me know what your favorite thing in this video was, and let me know what your favorite thing you've ever thrifted is, because I would love to know what things are really sacred and special to you and why. I have rambled enough in this video. Thank you so much for watching and for spending this time with me today. I'm really grateful for those of you that tuned in and wanted to see these little pockets of my home. If you are not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. I create lifestyle, beauty, fashion content, so definitely stick around for more. And if you haven't already, definitely head over to Instagram, follow me on there, and you can see even more little corners of my life. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time for another video. Bye!